What's up, y'all? It is a bright and sunny morning here in Florida. I just wanted to show you the final update here on the roofline and ridge lights because I've got them all done now. And I guess the first thing I wanted to do is go ahead and just do a couple quick updates from the series here. And the first one is, how long did it take for me to do all of the roofline here as well as all of the ridges up there on the house? Total, all in all, about 8 hours. And that includes, we did video. So we were filming. I'd have to do things twice, this and this and that. So overall, though, 8 hours of time to do all the roof line and ridges. And remember, I cut all of these custom, put all the bulbs in as well as the clips. This is the first time I've done it. So next year, because all of this is done, as long as I mark it correctly, which we'll do a whole takedown video sometime in January, but as long as I mark everything correctly, it should go up in maybe a fraction of that time, maybe 2 hours next year. Another thing I wanted to point out is with the male and female plugs, this is really the scariest part for a lot of people because it's electricity that you got to deal with. This is nothing to be scared of, and putting these together is very easy. Now, one thing though, I wanted to show you, when you attach the wire into the plug itself, it's good to split the end of the wire first and separate the two sides, because there's a little divider that's down inside of there. There's a little divider, and those wires will split across that divider, and it just helps in case water gets in there. It keeps them separated. So I didn't actually show that in the last video that I did on that, so I'll show you now how to do it. So when it comes to these ridge clips, these spanning clips, these really are worth it. I do like these. Now you could use these on store-bought lights as well. They'll fit on any light, any C9 or C7. So these, though, they really work great. You do want to cinch them down tight. You don't want to leave any room for them to wobble. And the only drawback is you do have to put these on while you're on the roof. You can't do it ahead of time because because of all that stringiness or just the size of them, everything will get tangled and they'll end up falling off as you're doing it. So you do these one at a time as you go. I'm assuming when I take them down, they're going to be a little bit of a pain too. So this would be something that has to be probably adjusted, reattached every single year, but these are a great solution as long as you cinch them down nice and tight to the roof. And you'll see how there's a couple different hitches on there. Each of those hitches allows you to spread them tighter, further down, however wide your shingles are. That's what that's for. That allows you to have a little bit of play there. So, adjustability is the right word. Now, I should also talk about planning. I did map out each area of my house here, and I ended up needing 3 plugs total. In the past, when I only did just the gutters and that, I could do all of the edges with the store-bought on 1 plug. Sometimes I would use 2 just for convenience. But with these, because I'm doing all the ridges, I have a lot more lines, or a lot more length and a lot more bulbs on there. And again, review the video where we talk about the max length and max amperage that you can draw on these. So with that, I needed to do 3 plugins. But what I really wanted to stress here is planning. It's going to save you a lot of time if you measure this out. I got a comment on Facebook. Somebody was like, man, this guy went up on his roof and actually measured with a tape measure. You can do that from the sky. You can, but this stuff is expensive. And so I want to get exact measurements so I'm not wasting any of my light line, because I've got a lot more to go. Just so y'all know, there's so much more to do. I'm going to try to outline those, what are those called? Corbels? Corellises? arches. I'm going to try to outline those. So I wanted to save as much of the light line as I could and not waste it. So that's why I measured everything on the roof by hand with a tape measure. And that way I kind of got the max efficiency out of it. But anyway, here's a couple of I've been showing you on here on the screen, a couple of the pictures of the maps that I made. And that's really, really important. And that's also going to help me, again, when I go to take these down, I'll use those maps. I'm going to put some colored tape that kind of matches up with those maps. So next year, I'll be able to put these up efficiently and quickly. Now, as far as timers go, I'm using Ring smart plugs. You have to also get a Ring bridge, but this is the very best solution I found because I want all the lights to come on at the exact same time. And in the past, I used these type of timers here, which are light sensing. And there was two problems with these. One is like this one's up underneath here. And so it would get darker sooner here than the timer that I may have had on the other side of the house that was getting more sunlight late into the day. And so the lights wouldn't come on at the same time. And then another issue I had is sometimes my lights in my ground game were so bright that when this would come on, the lights would then tell this, well, turn off because it's bright. And so they would just cycle on and off. So this is what I used for many, many years and just suffered through it and was frustrated. So Ring smart plugs, I'll give you a link below, but again, you need to get a Ring bridge to go with these, and it's a great solution. Okay, so the bulbs. These are the LED filament bulbs, and let me just tell you, these are extremely bright, which is what I want. I want to be able to, to have my house show up to space aliens for sure, but they also keep that nice warm glow that mimics incandescent. So these are pretty expensive, but they are definitely worth it if you're looking to dominate, show off, be the brightest, that kind of thing. I really do highly recommend these. They are excellent bulbs. You can also see it's clear instead of faceted. See the difference there on the left? That's the store-bought. They're faceted and these are clear. So I think that's one of the reasons they're brighter. They're also just brighter because the technology is better, and I don't understand exactly how all that works, but they're definitely brighter. I'm not a fan of these faceted ones anymore because they're just dim. So you can see right here, look at that. You can see how much more warm white that is. This is considered warm white in the store-bought, but just you can see how much warmer that is. Obviously much, much brighter. I think when I get closer, it'll look even, you can see, there you go. So that's really a difference there. But now some of you may prefer this more dim. That's fine. I'm just saying I prefer that right there. That dirt out of there. Just much brighter, much more brilliant in the display. And I want to point out again too, look at how much cleaner it is. See the wire on the commercial ones? It's nice and jacketed and clean, whereas these are twisted. And this, if you've done these for a while, this ends up separating over time, and it's just a little bit messier. Lights will actually get in between there and tangle. So anyway, I wanted to illustrate that difference there too. All right, y'all, so here we go. We're coming from the side here. Now I got a whole bunch of ground game to do, but this is what the top looks like with the ridges and I hope this camera does it justice. These are so bright, but also they've got that nice, I say yellow, it's not yellow, but warm white look. It's just beautiful. But these are so much more bright than the store-bought ones. And you can see, look, way up there, you can see the ridge lit. I'll go way back here. There we go. I don't know. I just don't think the camera's gonna do it justice, but I'm really happy with these. Just beautiful. All right, y'all, so that's all for this part of the video, but I've got so much more Christmas light content coming because I have a complete ground game to do here. Now, the stuff that I use in the ground game is completely different, and as I mentioned, I'm going to still try to do some of those arches, and then I've got my Volt lighting display to put in, the spotlights there that'll go green and red. So I have a lot to do, and I think, yeah, today's Monday and Thanksgiving is Thursday. So basically I have this next weekend to get it all done, and it's going to be close, but it's going to be a lot of content coming up for you all. And that will be my Christmas light display for 2023. So make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. I really appreciate all the shares and the comments that you leave below. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on the ground.